Welcome into another edition of, oh, wait a minute. I think we need this today. They'll go Utes. Ute Profiles. And today, I'm Bill Riley. We're going to profile another member of the Utah men's basketball team. The newest member, in fact, of the Utah men's basketball team. Joined the team this summer by way of Williston State. Grew up in Jamaica. We are proud to have on Ute Profiles with us here today, Jordan Kellier. Hey, Jordan, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good, sir. It's a pleasure to be here. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. It's great to catch up. You and I talked on the radio about a month ago after you made your commitment, and now, does it feel real now? You're actually in Utah. You're with your teammates. You guys are working out a little bit. Does it feel real?
Yes, sir, it does, It's a blast, great guys, great coaching staff. I'm having a lot of fun out here.
So let's start at the beginning. I don't mean the beginning of your commitment here to Utah. Let's start at the very beginning. As I mentioned, you played your JUCO ball last year at Williston State. I want to go back further than that. You grew up in Jamaica. I've been to Jamaica 5 times. I've never seen a basketball hoop in Jamaica, but I've seen a lot of people running sprints. Track is big. I've seen a lot of soccer fields in Jamaica. How big is basketball, and are you kind of an outlier being a basketball player in Jamaica?
Well, basketball is not that huge in Jamaica. It's a growing sport. We got great people down there who are trying to push the sport forward. But as it is in today's time, it's not that huge in Jamaica.
So who's bigger, the Reggae Boys or Usain Bolt?
Oh, definitely Usain Bolt. That's the king.
But the Reggae Boys are still pretty popular. For those that don't know, the Reggae Boys are better known as the Jamaica men's soccer team, right?
Oh, yes, sir, they are.
So I'm guessing you've got a little soccer. You're a little bit of a soccer fan, too, as well as being a basketball player, right?
Oh, yes, sir. I played soccer, back then. I still play right now for fun, But, soccer is...
Where did the love of basketball come from for you?
My brother introduced me to the sport, like teaching me the basics and stuff, and showing me how to dribble, showing me how to lay the ball up, and just teaching me the basics of the game. And then from there on, I went on to watch the sport, like NBA games and stuff, and then I fell in love with the Kobe Bryant's game, So from there, my love for the game grew.
So when did it become apparent to you that maybe playing beyond high school or club teams in Jamaica, maybe you could be a better basketball player and even play overseas in the States, play college basketball? When did you start thinking about that, and when did that become reality?
Like a year before I left Jamaica. My personal trainer back in Jamaica, also my coach, by the name of Lamar Dixon. Shout out to him, He came to practice one day and he saw me. I picked up 2 basketballs, one in this hand and one in this hand. I palmed them and I was walking with them and he was like, "Hey kid, come here." And I was like, "Yes, sir." And he was like, "Drop those balls and do that again." And then I picked those up. I picked the balls up just like this. And he was like, "Son, I think you could get a scholarship, because he was watching practice and I was playing hard, talking on defense, and stuff. And I guess he had seen that, and then he believed I could have played overseas, which is America. And from there, he just kept working with me. And then the rest is history.
Did you know anybody at the time that was playing in the States, that was playing at a higher level?
No, sir. I did not.
That's pretty unusual because most of the guys in this country all have a story of a friend or a buddy or a teammate that went on to play. And even some of your teammates who play over in Europe or are from Europe, guys like Mickey and Pella and some of the others, they know guys that have played. So for you, this was a pretty unique experience, right?
Yes, sir, it is, But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I love the game and I'm going to do it regardless of what the situation is. So that's it for me, to be honest. It is what it is.
So when the opportunity arose, you finished your high school, I believe, at a prep school in the United States. Walk us through that, how you get from Jamaica to the U.S.
An alumni from my school back in Jamaica, he came down and watched practice one evening. he saw me playing and he believed that I had the talent, the work ethic, and the drive to come to the United States and compete at a high level. And then from there, he introduced me to Redemption Christian Academy, and then I ended up going there and I played at Redemption Christian Academy.
I'm going to guess you were playing at a pretty high level at Redemption Christian Academy and had some pretty good teammates. How was that transition for you, making that jump from playing in Jamaica to playing at a little bit higher level at the prep school?
It was challenging. There was a lot of pressure, a lot of failures, But at the end of the day, it was exciting, because I always want to come to America and play against the best. Because this is the best of the best for basketball. There's nowhere in the world you're gonna go and see players at this level, at this age and stuff. So coming to America was pretty much exciting. I was excited to see how my skill level and my talent level stacked up to America, and the guys who play over here.
So you don't go straight to the 4-year out of Redemption Christian. You end up going the JUCO route for a year. Walk me through that a little bit and how that played out. And you go from Jamaica to New York to North Dakota. How was that trip for you?
Oh, it was a blast. I had a lot of fun, a lot of setbacks, again, a lot of failures. But the journey was fun, there's nothing like a journey. Went from Redemption, went to junior college where I met some incredible people, incredible coaches, incredible staff members, teachers and stuff. They helped me, helped me on and off the court, helped me better my game, helped me be a better young man, So along my journey, I met some great people, so hats off to them.
That's really what life is about in a lot of ways, Jordan. I did the same thing, not from high school to college, but once I was in college and in subsequent jobs out of it. And that's one of the fun things in life. And I'm sure you've experienced it already, leaving your home country, coming to a new country, meeting a lot of different people. It makes life more interesting, doesn't it?
Yes, sir, it does. It's fun to explore the world, because I've been in Jamaica my whole life. I never thought I would even got on a plane. And coming to America now and going to all these other states, meeting all these other people, it's just exciting, it's fun, and I'm grateful for it. I listen to a lot of interviews that I'm blessed to even be in the situation I'm in right now. And all praise go to God for that.
The other part of the journey that's always interesting to me is how you got from where you were, junior college, to the University of Utah. Everybody's got a little bit different story, and yours is unique too, Jordan, because it happened so late kind of in the recruiting process. How did you end up at Utah? Who found you? Who talked to you? And why was Utah a good fit for you?
They just started recruiting me, in the late part of the recruitment process, I believe it was Coach Andy Hill who reached out to me initially. And then from there, the relationship grew. I spoke to Coach Christoviak and the rest of the coaching staff and stuff, went on Zoom calls and stuff. And the energy was just there. I realized these are coaches who I could trust, because at the end of the day, I don't want to play for a coach or a coaching staff who can't be trusted. So I believe these were guys who I could trust, and these were guys who had coached and played at the highest level possible, where I'm trying to play. So I was like, hey, why not play for them, And they were genuine guys, Even to this day right now, I'm here. They still showing me that same love, and they're doing what they said they were going to do. So, I'm loving it here, and I'm grateful for the situation that I'm in.
The other crazy part about your recruitment is you committed to the University of Utah without having visited here because of the craziness of COVID this year. I don't think you got a chance to make a campus visit. So you had to really trust what Andy and Larry Krastoviak and some of the others were telling you, because most guys get to come visit a couple of different times before they make their commitment, don't they?
Yes, sir. It's an unfortunate situation, but as we all know, we can't control it, So we had to do what we had to do and make judgments of past players' experiences and doing my own research, online and stuff, and just by trusting what these coaches are saying. So it was a tough decision, but so far it's the best decision that I've made, in terms of my recruitment.
You've been here for a few weeks now. How has
Yes.
it been acclimating with the group, and how do you like Salt Lake City?
Well, I love it here, you know. I don't have any problems here, you know. The team is great, great teammate, great coaching staff, you know, guys who love and trust you and push you every day to be better than the best version of yourself, you know, and that's a huge thing to have guys around you every day to push you to become better than the best version of yourself, you know, and that's a huge thing. You know, not everywhere you're going to find that.
So where do you fit in right now, Jordan? It's early. You've only been with your teammates for about a month or so now, but where do you fit in basketball-wise? For those that haven't seen you play, give us a little bit about how you play, what your game is like, and what kind of fit do you have right now with the team?
Um, we're still growing, you know, it's early in the process. But in terms of what I do, I'm gonna just do whatever the coaches need me to do. You know, whether it's rebounding, play defense, you know, make plays for my teammates. You know, um, I'm here to play for these coaches and play for my teammates. So whatever my coaches need me to do, I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, I'm gonna go out there and do this and go out there and do that." You know, because at the end of the day, you're gonna be a system, you know, and I'm gonna be coachable. I'm gonna listen to these coaches because they have done it at a high level before. So whatever they need me to do, I'm gonna do it. So that's just pretty much where I fall in with the team.
So some fun questions now. You've lived your whole life in Jamaica, and now you've spent the last couple of years in some of the coldest places in America, New York, North Dakota. Salt Lake City is cold, but not cold like that.
Yes.
What was your first experience with snow like?
Um, my first experience was when I saw it. I was like, "Ooh, it's snow!" But when I got outside, I was like, "This was not what I expected." Because I've been in Jamaica and I've seen snow on TV and in movies and stuff, and I would see kids playing in the snow, making angels and stuff. I came to the United States. I don't even want to see snow anymore, you know. So it was just like pretty much black and white for me when I came to the United States and saw snow for the first time.
What do you miss most about Jamaica?
My family and the culture, you know, just being able to eat your food from your country, listen to your own music, and just do what you did as a kid and do what you know how to do, you know, and not try to fit in a next country's culture. You know, so that's what I miss most about my country.
Well, maybe between you and Fonz, Puerto Rico and Jamaica, you can bring a little bit of a Caribbean flair to Utah basketball.
Definitely say we got to see what happens. You know, we can't tell the future, but hopefully that's what happens.
Uh, you were mentioning growing up and loving the NBA. Who's your guy? Who's that guy? When I was a kid, we used to have posters of players on our wall, our favorite players: Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson. I don't know if you had posters on your wall, but who's Jordan Kellier's guy? Who's the guy you love watching play?
I never had any posters, but my guy was Kobe Bryant. You know, always has been, and he always will be. You know, he's my favorite player. His work ethic, his drive. You know, um, he's an intellect. You know, off the court. You know, and I respect that a lot about him. You know, even when he finished playing the sport, he still achieved things off the court at a very high level. You know, and that's very commendable.
A lot of Utah fans are watching this as we wrap it up. What would you like to tell the Utah fans who are watching this profile video that are maybe anxious to see you play a little basketball this year?
Hey, shout out to the Utah fan. Thanks for having me here. And we're going to have a blast this year, you know. Go Utes.
Hey, Jordan, thanks, man. I appreciate it. That will do it for this edition of our Ute Profiles. Check back with us again soon. We'll have another Utah athlete to profile here in the near future.